How's it going, everyone? Chris here, and welcome back to another Super Smash Bros. Ultimate The Evidence For video. In today's video, we are going to be taking a look at the evidence for SANS in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now, before you guys click off the video or tell me I smell in the comment section down below, I need you guys to realize that there actually is some evidence supporting SANS' inclusion, so with that out of the way, let's just go ahead and get started. But before we do, I just have to give a special shout out to the person who actually made this PowerPoint, being the Barking Dingus. So special shout out to you, my man. I will leave your comment pinned in the comment section down below, so make sure you guys say thank you to him because this PowerPoint was very well made, and I'm excited to get started. So now with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at the intro. Okay, before we start, I'm Barking Dingus, and here is my evidence as to why SANS has a fair chance of getting in as a DLC fighter. This is not a joke, and I know I might get hate for this, but whoops. Here are some reasons for SAN in Smash Bros. Ultimate. Popular game series. As most of you probably know, SANS is from a game called Undertale. That game has a humongous fanbase, and if SANS was announced, people would see and say something along the lines of, my favorite character in Smash Bros., I must buy the game. Those people would go out, buy a Switch, buy Smash, and buy SANS, which would give Nintendo over $400 every time someone buys all of that stuff. SANS would also be an unexpected character. Just think about this for a second. You're watching a direct and either in the middle of it or at the end they have a special announcement. Some video plays and then boom, SANS joins the battle. Could you imagine how cool that'd be? As you may know, Reggie stated that these characters are going to be brand new to the series, similar to Joker from Persona 5. They're also characters you would not expect to be in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. SANS would never be expected, so he might actually have a pretty good chance. Next up, let's go ahead and talk about his moveset. Now, let's say that SANS is actually announced. What would his moves be? For the people who have played and or watched Undertale, this section will be easier for you to understand. His up special could be teleportation, such as Mewtwo's recovery. His side B could be some sort of force throw, as in he picks you up with brain power and throws you a bit, similar to Isabelle's side special. His down special could be bones coming out of the ground, and his neutral special could be a Gaster Blaster. Finally, his final smash could be part of his final attack in the genocide route of Undertale. Conclusion. With all of this information, I hope you can see my standpoint on SANS, but also with all of this evidence, don't be going out and yelling SANS isn't Smash, unless you want to, of course. I'm Barking Dingus from YouTube, and here's my link. Also, please share your thoughts on SANS and Smash Brothers. Have a nice day, peeps, and take care. So remember, guys, if you guys want to go ahead and drop this guy a subscribe, he did a very good job on this PowerPoint, and if you guys want to see the PowerPoint for yourselves, I will leave a link to it in the description bar down below. Now that we've gone over all of his information, however, I have a few things that I actually managed to find that I wanted to talk about with you guys, so let's go ahead and take a look at the evidence that I have managed to find. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about is whether or not SANS could actually make it into Smash, and honestly at this point I definitely think he can. So as we know, Sakurai has stated before that he doesn't let just anybody make it into Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. They have to have left some kind of mark on the gaming world, and trust me when I say, Undertale definitely has. I mean, honestly, at this point, if you guys don't know what Undertale is, or SANS, or that Undertale theme that you're listening to right now, I have no idea where you have been. Undertale is probably one of the biggest indie games of all times, besides maybe for like The Binding of Isaac and other games like that, but Undertale has definitely left a mark. Heck, like I said, even the song you were listening to, when I went to go get that song has over 74 million views. People know what Undertale is, and people know who SANS is. Heck, I have never played Undertale before. I really want to play Undertale someday, but I haven't played it yet, and even I know who SANS is. At this point, SANS is also kind of like Waluigi. People don't really want him in Smash, but he'd be like a meme character, and if he did end up making it in, obviously everybody would love him. SANS has definitely made a mark on the gaming world. Everybody, like I said, knows who SANS is, knows what Undertale is, and Undertale is such a popular indie game that they actually recently released a sequel called Deltarune. Now, in a minute, I'm going to get into sales numbers and figures like that, but really quick, we are actually going to take a look at an Easter egg that is in Deltarune. Now, as you guys can see on screen right now, we see a thumbnail of someone else's YouTube video. I'm not too sure whose video this is, just because I did look this up on Google, but there is actually a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Easter egg located in Deltarune. Now, this probably does not mean anything. I'm not going to say that just because this logo is in there, we're going to be getting SANS in Smash, but it does show that they're at least aware. Like, I don't think that Nintendo would allow Undertale to put this logo in there just because it would be a copyright nightmare. However, that logo is in, meaning that there might be some kind of connection between Deltarune and Smash. Also, we know that Undertale and I believe Deltarune a little bit later are coming to the Nintendo Switch. We know that they do have a very good relationship, and Undertale is eventually going to be on the Nintendo Switch. I think that Nintendo and the creators of Undertale have a very good relationship right now, and I think that gives SANS a leg up on the other competition. So now guys, like I said, we are going to take a look at some sales numbers to show just how popular Undertale is and also how successful. So guys, as of July 2018, an estimated 3.5 million people had purchased Undertale on Steam. And that's just on Steam. You can also get Undertale on the PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, and I believe the Xbox One, so none of those were even factored in on this. There is probably a total of estimated 5 million copies out there right now of Undertale. For an indie game, that is basically unheard of. Undertale is extremely popular, and I know a lot of people thought that Shovel Knight was going to make it in as a playable character, but Shovel Knight's sales numbers don't even come close to this behemoth of a game. Everybody loves Undertale, everybody knows what it is, and I believe truly that if we are going to be getting an indie character in Super Smash Bros., it's definitely going to be a character from Undertale. I mean, as of now, it's definitely one of the most popular indie games in the entire world. Like, everybody knows what Undertale is, and it's so successful that why wouldn't Nintendo want to cash in on all of that success? It would make them free money. Finally guys, out of all of the characters that they could have chosen for an Undertale rep, why on earth would they choose SANS? Well, SANS is basically the face of Undertale. Whenever somebody thinks about Undertale, they think about SANS. I know that the character is this little yellow guy with like black hair, but I have no idea what his name is. I have no idea about his backstory or anything like that. I know who SANS is. He's the skeleton with the blue sweatshirt, and my goodness does he look awesome. Now, once again, I understand a lot of you guys are probably like, once again, there's no way SANS is going to make it into Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, but you have to look at the sales figures and stuff like that. SANS definitely has a phenomenal chance of making it into the game. Like, I would definitely put SANS at the top of the indie list. If you guys need even more proof, think about it like this. Shovel Knight is currently an assist trophy, and do you guys know what Shovel Knight's sales numbers are? Shovel Knight has sold a total of 2 million copies compared to Undertale's 5 million. That's a difference of 3 million copies. So if a character like that could be an assist trophy, I definitely think a character like SANS from a more successful franchise could be a playable character. SANS would be a super unique character, and I think that overall, he has a very phenomenal chance of making it into Smash. Now, we have to also remember, at the Game Awards, Reggie said we would be getting characters that aren't already represented in Smash, meaning Undertale isn't represented in Smash, there's no Undertale Spirits, there's no Undertale Assist Trophy, there is no Undertale anything in Smash, so why wouldn't they want to bring SANS in? Especially since they just released Deltarune, like, it would make them free money. People would want to play Deltarune on their Switch since they're already playing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and they would buy the DLC for SANS. It just makes way too much sense. So guys, overall, I'm not gonna lie to you. While I was looking at the Barking Dingus' PowerPoint, I really wasn't convinced that SANS would be making it into Smash. However, after doing my own research and finding all of this new information, I have fully realized that SANS has a very good chance of making it into Super Smash Bros. I know that he's a super controversial character, and basically you either love him or you hate him, but I think that with his sales numbers and just the overall consensus around Undertale, SANS has a better chance than we all think. However, guys, I want to hear your opinions in the comment section down below. Do you guys believe that SANS has a good chance of making it into Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and would you be happy if he did? Why or why not? Thank you guys all so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, share, and like, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Also, don't forget to support the Barking Dingus. That was a great PowerPoint, my dude. I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much.